What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich, and I'm back live to just recap the entire international break. Well, I'm not going to actually go through every single game, but I'm just going to round off the final day of the September international break, where we saw some really good games, some not so good ones, but World Cup 2022 qualifiers, got underway in, well, full fledged. It got underway, and we saw Euro 2020, the groups taking shape as well. Concacaf Nations League also started. So, we have a lot of big games to talk about, man. A lot of big games to talk about today, a lot of matches to go through. So, this live stream could go for 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? And I actually did not live stream yesterday because I just wanted to take a break. What's up, Red? How are you doing, man? Long time no see. But I actually wasn't having a great day yesterday, so I didn't want to give you guys low energy stuff. So today I'm back. I had to come back today. I wasn't really feeling up to it today as well because I had a long work day, but I had to show up today. What's up, Raphael, man? Haven't seen you in a while as well. Haven't seen you in a while. So, guys, we have a lot of big games to talk about. Yes, all the Indians are after me, man. They're after me. But the thing is, guys, with that result, remember I did predict India to pick up a home draw against Oman and actually pick up two losses against Qatar? Well, they did not draw against Oman. They lost. So I guess this is the draw they were supposed to pick up against Oman. They're picking it up now. But we'll talk about that game soon, though. I don't want to get right to that game at this moment. We have to do things in order. And what we're going to do first, we have quite a few things to go through today. We have to talk about the CAF 2022 World Cup qualifiers, the AFC World Cup qualifiers, which is the Asian Confederation. We have to do the CONCACAF Nations League and the Euro qualifiers. I will be talking about games from yesterday as well, where we only had CONCACAF Nations League and the Euro 2020 qualifying matches as well. And I want to touch on a few friendlies. USA currently losing to Uruguay as well. Let me make note of that. And when I took a look at the squad, I wasn't impressed with the squad at all. And I'm thinking that USA could still they could miss the 2022 World Cup just like they missed the 2018 World Cup. Seriously. Seriously, they can. They can. I'm not gonna count that out. It could happen. CONCACAF, they're trying their best to ensure that that doesn't happen, but the six teams that end up in the hex, they won't be easy opponents for the USA. Let's just make that clear right now. So take a sip of my water there, and let's run through the CAF 2022 World Cup qualifiers. All the ties are finished. The 14 ties are over. We know the 14 teams that are going to go through. And I will take the moment to at least, check to see how many I got right. So you guys keep score as we go along, how many I got right. So let's start with the first one. Lesotho against Ethiopia. Lesotho actually won. Well, they didn't win. What am I saying? I just got distracted by this comment. Danny MTZ. Dom, do you think CONCACAF should merge with CONMEBOL so that the USA? No, that's not a great idea at all because CONCACAF and CONMEBOL, they're not in the same league, in my opinion. I don't think the USA will stack up well against the likes of even Venezuela. Bolivia will give them a lot of trouble, to be completely honest. So, I don't think that's a good idea at all. But let's talk about these games. We had some exciting games at Venko, as you said. We had, that game. We're going to get to that game. So, Lesotho won. Ethiopia won. The first leg ended 0-0. So, it means that Ethiopia go through on the away goal rule. Congrats to Ethiopia. They will now, be drawn up against the big boys of Africa. They will now actually get to play 6 more World Cup qualifying games. They're guaranteed 6 more matches, and this means a lot. This could help in their development as well. So congratulations to Ethiopia. I got this one wrong, guys. I actually need something to keep score, but I don't, where's my pen? I don't need a pen. I'll just keep scoring my head. But I got that one wrong. So Ethiopia moves on to the second round. Congrats, Ethiopia. Tanzania against Burundi. The tie ended 2-1 aggregate. It went to extra time and it went to penalties. I did not look at the final score for every single tie, but I was keeping tabs, and I think this one might be the only one that went to penalties. But, Burundi, you have yourselves to blame. You have all of you to blame, and Berahino. I expected better of Saido Berahino, played in the Premier League and all, but he has just went from this to this. It's like it's just remarkable. A remarkable dip in form and fortune. It's just simply amazing. So, 1-1. The game ended 1-1, went to extra time penalties, which meant that Burundi had a chance to steal this. Burundi were the underdogs here. So, last minute, their goalkeeper was subbed out. He was suffering from a bit of injury, and they missed all three of their penalties. Berahino sent his wide. Another player, I think it was Biggie Romana, kicked his over, and the other one was saved, I think. And Tanzania, they put away all three, so it means that they deservedly move on to the next round. I got that one wrong as well. I predicted Burundi upset. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. I'm totally disappointed in Berahino. Yeah, Advenko, I don't know what happened to him. I really don't know what happened to him. He did earn a call up to England's squad back when Roy Hodgson was the manager. He didn't get a chance to play, and then he switched his allegiance to Burundi because, come on, guys, he was never going to make the England team again. So the next tie, Equatorial Guinea 1, Sudan 0. Equatorial Guinea winning the tie 2-1 on aggregate. Congrats to Equatorial Guinea. I did predict them to move on, so at least I got that one wrong. I will get to that, my Curacao brethren there. I will get to that whole situation there. Thanks for the reminder. And Equatorial Guinea moves on. So the other one, which was another sick tie, Sierra Leone 1, Liberia 0. Liberia winning 3-2 on aggregate. This was simply one of the sickest things I've seen in a very, very long time. It's crazy. Because all Sierra Leone needed to do at home, pick up a 2-0 win. A 2-0 win, and they're through because they got that away goal. And they had the chance to do so with the final kick of the ball in a muddied pitch. It was raining and everything. It was just set up for drama. They were just set up to win that tie on home soil, favorable conditions at all, and they just blew it. Bangura stepped up, had a penalty. Final kick. Literally, final play, major play in the game. He had a penalty, he stepped up, and it was one of the most horrible penalties you could see. Horrible. It was like Sadio Mane was taking the penalty. And, and he actually kicked it to the left of the keeper, Mr. Williams, Ashley Williams, 18 years old, from Liberia. And bam, Liberia held on. That would have been heartbreak for Liberia. It would have been disastrous for Liberia, I'm telling you. So in a way, I was kind of happy for them, to be honest. It was like, oh my God, that would have been disastrous. But Liberia will move on to the second round. On to Malawi, Botswana. And guys, I did predict Liberia to win the tie as well. Malawi against Botswana. Malawi won, Botswana 0 across the two legs. I did predict Malawi to move on, so that's one I got right. This is one of the ties I did not watch any of the games. A lot of these I did watch bits and pieces or some, like the whole game, but for this one, didn't at all. Then, guys, we are here to the big one. The big one of the most dramatic ones. Zimbabwe against Somalia. The first leg ended in a 1-0 win for Somalia. It was a big shock. All the Somalians came out under the My African 2022 World Cup qualifying video, and they just were going crazy. I'm telling you, they said all kind of things. They timestamped where I said that Somalia isn't gonna go through, and they said, listen, man, we are proving you wrong. But little did they know, it's two legs. It's two legs. And I said to let's chill, wait until the second leg is over, and then you can talk, then you can celebrate. But Somalia, you can't blame them. You cannot blame Somalia. You cannot blame them. Commentator did say, I did not even realize this is how bad they were, but they lost their previous 19 games. 19. I think they are the lowest ranked team in the whole playoff right here. 202nd they're ranked. So they are rank minnows. They're minnows. And I was actually talking to someone from Somalia today, and they said that Somalia are not minnows. I'm like, I don't think you understand what a minnow means. Somalia, they are the epitome of a minnow. And they couldn't get over the line today. Guys, when I tuned into this game, it was 0-0. The first goal was scored by Zimbabwe in the 77th minute. This is how dramatic it was. We had 4 goals in the last 13 minutes of regular play. 4 goals. It was this crazy. It was this dramatic of an ending. So Munetsi, he scored in the 77th minute. It was a bicycle kick in the box. And they did mention that he plays in League 1, so the quality was telling. And then Somalia scored after a defensive error. Omar Abdullah Mohammed, he got in behind and he dispatched it. Bam. Somalia basically had wrapped up the tie right there. They basically had wrapped up the tie right then and there, because Zimbabwe needed 2 goals to win. 2 goals to win with 6 minutes of normal time plus 4 minutes extra time. 2 goals. And Zimbabwe did it. And guys, I was at work while I was watching this, and I had, I'm a mechanic, guys, and I had something to fix on this truck. And I put the phone in my pocket, put in my headphones, listen to the match while I'm fixing the thing. And I'm explaining to the guy whose truck I was fixing, and I'm telling him what's going on. I'm following this game, and, this is such and such, this is how it's going, and Somalia is ahead right now. And as soon as I said that, Zimbabwe scored another. It was Admiral Muskwi, or whatever you say his name. He scored from a direct free kick. It was deflected, went past the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper was having a great game. It was just quite unfortunate stuff for Somalia, but they were still winning the tie. Then and there, they were still winning the tie on the away goal rule, because Zimbabwe failed to score in Somalia. So I'm like finishing up the thing. I'm done. When I got back in my pickup, Zimbabwe scored again. I didn't see the initial goal. I had to pull out my phone and look again, and I'm telling the guy like, yo, Zimbabwe scored again. Do you believe this? Billiard, billiard. The quality, let me rephrase. Quality will always tell in the end. Quality will always make the difference. And that ball that Billiard got, it wasn't an easy ball to control. But you could see he has been doing that for a very long time. He controlled it, he maneuvered, got past the defender and hit it with his left. The defender, they never expected Billiard to hit that with his left, and it was up in the V for a corner. Bam, Zimbabwe win the tie. And I said that in the live stream. Zimbabwe were going to find a way to win the tie. And Kenan Mohammed, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear about referee help Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe will not even go to 3rd round. LOL. I am not from Zimbabwe. If Zimbabwe doesn't go to the 3rd round, I really don't care. It does not matter. But I saw what was going on. The referee did not help Zimbabwe. The referee had nothing to do with Zimbabwe's win. It was a bicycle kick goal. It was a goal from a deflected penalty. And then it was actually not a penalty, a deflected free kick. And then it was some brilliance from Billiard. Simple. Simple as that. Zimbabwe move on to the next round. Well played, Somalia. I must say that. So, Kenan, you could talk all your nonsense about stop crying and whatnot. Nobody's crying here. Well played, Somalia. But let's all agree, Somalia, they had to, it had to be a miracle. They almost pulled it off, but it's just like the euphoria. They were blinded by euphoria in the end. Because when they scored that goal, in Zimbabwe, if you see the way they were celebrating, like they had already won the tie, they switched off and they got punished. Simple. Zimbabwe move on. So, let us move on. Eswatini against Djibouti. Djibouti move on. So, I think Somalia and Djibouti close to countries, neighboring countries. People look similar. And they should be happy for Djibouti. Djibouti did it for y'all. Djibouti definitely did it for y'all. So Djibouti 2-1 across 2 legs against Eswatini. I did get that one wrong. I predicted Eswatini to move on, but Djibouti did the business and they will move on to play amongst the big boys. They will be hoping for a very kind draw. It would be amazing if one of these teams from the first round actually go all the way to the third round to vie for that one of those 5 places. It would be an amazing story, and it will be wonderful if one of these teams go on to make their World Cup debut, because only Togo and Angola made it to the World Cup before, and they only achieved that once. And it will take a miracle for one of these countries to do that again. So let us move on to the next one, guys. Mozambique 2, Mauritius 0. I did predict Mozambique to go through, and they did so, and it was quite convincing. They didn't have any headaches here. Angola, that didn't come out good. Angola 2, Gambia 1. Angola win 3-1 across 2 legs. I predicted Gambia to pull off an upset here. Didn't happen. Togo 2, Comoros 0. Togo 3-1 on aggregate. I did predict a Togo win. I think Football Pharaoh predicted a Comoros win. Sorry, Football Pharaoh, but you got that one wrong. A big one, guys, a big one. Rwanda 7, Seychelles 0. Rwanda winning 10-0 on aggregate. Talk about a landslide victory. Talk about having no problems whatsoever in their tie. 10-0, 10-0. The most one-sided tie of them all, Rwanda against Seychelles. And I did predict a Rwanda victory. So that's another one I got right. Guinea-Bissau 2, Sao Tome and Principe 1 in the Portuguese derby here. Guinea-Bissau going on to win 3-1 on aggregate. I did predict a Guinea-Bissau win. Predicted them to move on. Sudan 0, Chad 0. Sudan winning 3-1 on aggregate. And I did predict Sudan to move on. So that's another one I got right. Namibia 2, Eritrea 0. Namibia winning 4-1 on aggregate. And they move on. So I have a question here. Dom, you watch all these games? No, I can't watch all the games. It's impossible. I watch what I can watch. There's like a featured match that I watch the game and then I just, talk about the other fixtures. Sometimes I get to watch highlights. Sometimes I don't get to watch highlights. But it doesn't matter. We don't need to see everything that goes on to talk about the results. We are mostly talking about results here, because the amount of fixtures that are played across the world, there's no way one man can watch all. And it's very difficult to go on and watch all the highlights as well. If I took the time to watch all the highlights, guys, I wouldn't be live streaming right now. I wouldn't. But guys, that wraps up African World Cup Qualifiers first round. How many did I get right? I got, let me see. Let me do a quick tally, guys. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 10 out of 14. Not bad at all. Not bad. I got the Burundi, Tanzania, the Eswatini, Djibouti. I got the Gambia, Togo, and the Ethiopia, Lesotho fixture wrong. Did not get that one right. What's up, Football Pharaoh, man? Welcome to the stream. Guys, Football Pharaoh has a big stream planned. Or maybe I shouldn't give out his secret, but he has a stream planned for you guys coming up pretty soon. So congrats to all the teams that moved on to the second round of CAF qualifiers. When will the qualifying draw be, guys? When will the draw happen? When will the draw happen? I'm going to actually look it up right now, and I'm going to see if I can find out when the draw happens. Does anyone know when the draw happens? Okay. All right. I see an article here. I'm going to see if I can find out when the draw happens. If I don't find, if I know when the draw happens, guys, I could actually do somewhat of a, like a mock draw. I could do somewhat of a mock draw. They're automatically out into groups. What do you mean they're automatically out into groups? They do no draw? No draw? Is that what you're saying? Nah, they got to do some sort of draw, man. They have to do some sort of draw. They're put into groups automatically. Draw was already made. Okay. All right. So let me see if I can find anything on that right now. I don't see anything here. There's nothing here right now, but we have to figure this out. We got to figure this out. Is there a draw made already? Draw was already. Oh, so they made a draw. Oh, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. So the draw was made already, and the teams that come through will just jump into that. Oh, okay. I'm checking the Wikipedia right now to see if I see anything on that. I don't think I see anything. Oh, okay. No. What are you talking about, Red? The draw was not made already. The draw wasn't made already. Come on, man. Come on. Don't mislead me like that, man. The draw wasn't made already. The pots were made already. And right now in the pots, they go according to ranks. So it's easy. It's very, very easy to, do a mock draw here. It's very easy to do a mock draw. I think I should do a mock draw and see what I come up with. But then again, it's 10. It's 10. That's a lot of groups, though. 10 groups. Maybe not. But anyways, guys, let's move on to the AFC World Cup Qualifiers, man. I know that's what a lot of you guys have been waiting for that. So let's do that. Oh, so Football Fair is not looking forward to the draw because he thinks the draw sucks. So let us move on to AFC, where we had some interesting results today that we could actually talk about. Very interesting results. So, trying to find the right dates here. Okay, today's games. Okay, good. So, in today's matches, Philippines defeated Guam 4-1. Good stuff from the Philippines. They did lose their first match, but good bounce back there. Mongolia lost to Tajikistan, who has now won 2-2. So good stuff from Tajikistan there. Good stuff. Guys, when I'm done, I will recap the groups, but I'm just going to go through the fixtures right now. Nepal defeating Chinese Taipei on the road. Nepal did suffer a defeat in their first match. So good stuff coming back there. Then, no, I didn't talk about the Euros yet. The Euros are coming. We have a lot to talk about tonight. A lot to talk about. We have to talk about the Concacaf Nations League as well. So, Cambodia, 0. Bahrain, 1. Well, I expected a win for Bahrain, but by a bigger margin. So, good stuff still. Singapore, 2. Palestine, 1. Oh, at Vanco. Oh, man, you must be distraught. What a result. What a result, man. What a result at Vanco. How do you feel about that? 2-0. 2-0. That's not good. Singapore deserves to win. We were so shit. Okay. Ooh. Not good, man. I feel it for you guys. I feel it for you guys. Oh man. I'm actually looking for the other result. The other result for what was the result in the first game again, Advenko? What was the result in the first match? I'm trying to find it, but it's like really hard to find. It's like so many games to go through. Palestine, where is that? Was it you defeated Uzbekistan, yes, 2-0. And you're gonna lose to Singapore. Like, come on. What is going inconsistent? Very inconsistent, and I would have been frustrated. But anyways, not a good result for Palestine. This could dent their chances of moving on to the third round. Big time. Because 6 points starting off the qualifiers would have been really good. We basically only play good at home. I see. Hong Kong nailed Iran 2. Well, I expected a result like that. Myanmar nailed Japan 2. Let me see the 11 that Japan fielded. Must have been a weak 11. No, they sent out the big guns in here. They sent out the big. Japan fielded a very strong team. Tomiyasu Dowan, Takefusa Kubo, Nakajima. They fielded a strong team and could only pick up a 2-0 win against Myanmar. So it meant that Myanmar definitely came out to play. And not a bad result at all. Not a bad result. A lot of things could come down to goal difference in the end. So not a bad way to lose. Not a bad way. Then Indonesia 0, Thailand 3. Big win for Thailand. Remember last time around for the 2018 World Cup, Thailand did make it to the third round. So they're looking to do so once again. Malaysia 1, UAE 2. Remember guys, UAE are the only West Asian team that are in their group. They're in a South Asian group, basically. Afghanistan 1, Bangladesh 0. Well, I could have called this result. But that's a big win for Afghanistan in Group Edo. Big win. Big win. They will be looking to be dark horses in this group and qualify for the third round ahead of India, Oman, and Bangladesh. Remember, Qatar cannot qualify for the third round. They have already qualified for the World Cup. So, big win for Afghanistan there. After getting they did get smashed by Qatar 6-0. So it's kind of weird. These results are weird, guys. They're so unpredictable. Sri Lanka 0, North Korea 1. Another victory for North Korea. They look like they're heading into the third round. Turkmenistan 0, South Korea 2. Well, I expected a victory for South Korea. Turkmenistan, they won their first match against Sri Lanka. 1-1, lost 1. Remember, they were at the last Asian Cup, so they're not a bad team. China 5, Maldives 0. Was Wule in the 11? Yeah, man. Wule scored one of these goals, so good stuff, man. Good stuff. Wule is my favorite Chinese player, by the way, if you guys are wondering. So, big win for China, who should make the third round easily. And they should qualify for the World Cup. All the money they're pumping into their football. Australia 3, Kuwait 0. Big win for Australia. Was Mabil on the score sheet? No, it was Aaron Moore and Matthew Leckie. Was Mabil even in the team? Yeah, aware Mabil, man. That's my boy. That's my boy, man. That's my boy. Representing over there in Australia. And we do have an Australian in the chat right now. Flynn, are you still here, Flynn? I did see you when you said you're from Australia, by the way. So don't think I didn't see you. I saw you. Then, guys, we had a strange result today. A strange result. Yemen 2, Saudi Arabia 2. This is a strange result. Because Yemen has been struggling. They have been struggling a lot lately. But they have picked up 2 draws in their first 2 matches. So not bad at all, yeah, man. Not bad. A lot of, things are going on in the country there. And for you to pick up a draw against Saudi Arabia, that's a big draw. You had guys like Al-Sharani, Bahabri. You had Salim Al-Dasari. It was a pretty strong team. It was a pretty strong 11 fielded by Saudi Arabia here. And Saudi Arabia are now led by that guy, right? Hervé Renard. Is it Hervé Renard? Yeah. Yeah, Hervé Renard. This is actually his second game or whatever. I can't keep track of them because these guys play friendlies when we don't even know. So Hervé Renard, as Football First said, it seems like he has lost his golden touch. He has finally ventured out of Africa. Remember, he's an African, extraordinaire. Won the African Cup of Nations with Zambia, I think he did. And then won it again with Ivory Coast and took Morocco to the World Cup. And, so Hervé Renard seems like he is probably losing his touch. Probably. But Saudi Arabia, man, you could do a lot better than this. You could do a lot better than this. So when I look at the bench was kind of not a lot of recognizable name on the bench. So it seems like not a lot of recognizable name. But guys like Alma Youth in the lineup. Omar Hassawi even played. They brought back Hassawi. Remember, he was the captain. They brought back Hassawi. Yasser Al-Sharani, Salim Al-Dassari. All these guys I'm very familiar with. But it seems like they did not have their regular goalkeeper in the goal. So, who knows? Al Mayouf, he's a regular goalkeeper. So, yeah. But not a good result for Saudi Arabia at all. But I think they should qualify for the third round nevertheless. And the big one, guys. The big one, last but not least, the big one. Qatar 0, India 0. How did this happen? How did India pull this off, guys? How did this happen? How did India pull this off? But still, after the first two matches, Bangladesh and Oman has only played one game. But after the first two rounds, India are fifth in the group with 1 point. Afghanistan, fourth, 3 points. Oman, second, 3 points. Qatar at the top with 4 points. And Bangladesh at the bottom, 5 points. But this apologize to the Indians now. Nah, I'm not apologizing because I'm going to stick to my thing. India are not going to qualify for the third round. I'm not going to turn around and say they are. If they qualify for the third round, congratulations. But I'm not going to be all optimistic for the Indian team. I'm not going to be optimistic for the Indian team because I am not Indian. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm going to be like, yeah, go India. I really like the enthusiasm of the fans and all. I make the videos, if I make a video talking about India, it's definitely on request. The last video I made was a collaboration with me and my friend Yash. It turned out to be a really nice video, put together very well, I think. And me, I'm stating how I feel. He stated how he feels. And it came out to be a very, very good video. Honest, I'm being honest, he's being honest, and I'm not going to change it just because India picked up a 0-0 draw against Qatar. And from what I gathered, I did not get to watch the game, but from what I gathered, India, they played well to pick up a 0-0 draw, but they defended with all 11 players. They defended with all 11 players in this game. And I'm not even kidding you. I got it from the source. And I was actually watching a live stream from an Indian football channel called, and some of you guys may know, Superpower Football. I was watching right there. I commented a few times, but there were a whole lot of people in the comments, so my comment, it couldn't be read, but I think that was for the preview. I went in for the preview and I went in for the match review. And the moderator for the Indian the super football channel, that's what it's called, yeah. He was, he's well-spoken gentleman, and I actually followed it because he could offer more insight on the Indian team that I can, because he's been following the team for a very long time. He knows the players in and out. And from what he was saying, India defended with all 11 players. All. Superpower football. Thank you. All 11 players. And it's not a bad strategy. It's not a bad strategy if you know you may get blown away by Qatar. So it's not a bad strategy implemented by Igor Stimats and India at all. And in this game, guys, Sunil Chetri did not even play. I don't know if he was actually on the bench, but he didn't play. Maybe he's suffering from somewhat of an injury, but he did not play. Maybe India are trying something. Maybe Stimats said, you know what, let's just try something without Chetri to see what happens, but still have him around. And it works. But I must say this. India won't qualify for the third round by drawing games. It ain't gonna happen. You're not gonna qualify by drawing games because Afghanistan, they're gonna pick up wins like how they did against Bangladesh. Oman, they're gonna pick up wins, and Qatar surely gonna pick up wins. So India, man, you got to pick up wins as well. And when you win, you have to win handsomely. When you play Afghanistan, you gotta play brave. You gotta play for a win. Bangladesh, you gotta play for a win. India has to pick up 12 points against Afghanistan and Bangladesh. 12. There's no other option. They already picked up a point against Qatar, so that will make 13 points. And then, if they could pick up another draw and then pick up a win against Oman, that's the way they will qualify for the third round. But not with draws. Let me say that. They won't qualify with draws. But the players, I heard they were really good. They were really good today. Sahal, Samad, guys like Sandesh Jingan in the defense, Gurpreet Singh Sandhu in goal, Anirudh Thapa, all these guys, Udanta Singh, and he was actually saying how fast Udanta Singh is, and I did see Udanta Singh at the Asian Cup, fast indeed, Rowland Borges, and all these guys, pretty good. It would be nice if some of these guys play abroad. Maybe if they could get contracts in the K-League or the J-League or even in Hong Kong just to spread their wings a bit, or even in some of the lower leagues in Europe. I know some of the players, they have played in the lower leagues in Europe, like Mr. Chante, not going to say his first name, Lalian Zuala. Why did they name him Lalian Zuala, though? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to mess with, like, Lalian Zuala Chante, and Gurpreet Singh Sandhu. All these guys, I think, played abroad. Sunil Chetri did play abroad as well, but he wasn't treated fairly. He wasn't given the chances, well-deserved chances, and he went back to Indian football. But I've known about Sunil Chetri for God knows when. Since I first came to America, my dad he had these Indian cricket channels, and you used to see things about Sunil Chetri since a very, very long time. Since I was a teenager, I'm hearing about Sunil Chetri. So, guys, what we'll do right now, we'll just do a quick rundown of the group standings, and then we will move on to the next tournament. I want to talk about Concacaf Nations League. We'll leave UEFA for last. So, second round, Group A, China topping that group so far, 3 points. Syria second, 3 points. Philippines third, 3 points. Maldives and Guam at the bottom. And Maldives have 3 points because they defeated Guam. Guam at the bottom. I expected better from Guam, but doesn't seem like they're going to do well at all. So in Group B, guys, Kuwait, Australia, Jordan, Nepal, Chinese Taipei in that order. I'm expecting Australia to top that group. Definitely. Jordan to come in second, or Kuwait. Whoever wants to come in second, that's a business. But Australia should definitely top this group without a doubt. Group C, Bahrain, Iran, Iraq, Cambodia, Hong Kong in fifth. Iran should move on to the next round. Right, Danny? Come on. Easy. Easy right. Right? Let me hear right from you, Danny, if you're still in here. Right? So, Iraq, I'm expecting to move on, but you never know. You never know with these groups. I'm telling you, you never know with these Asian teams. So, Group D, Singapore currently topping this group with 4 points. Palestine second. Oh, at Venko. You guys are in a good place to qualify right now. So, Yemen third, Saudi Arabia fourth, Uzbekistan fifth. Group E, Qatar leading the group, Oman second. We have Afghanistan third, India fourth, and Bangladesh fifth. Group F, Tajikistan leading the group with 6 points. And so far, guys, Tajikistan is the only team I've named that picked up 6 points so far. So good stuff. They have Japan behind them on 3 points, Mongolia, Kyrgyzstan, then Myanmar. Tajikistan could actually be one of the dog horses in the AFC World Cup qualifiers there and move on to the third round. Definitely, I'm not counting it out because they defeated Kyrgyzstan, the team I predicted to move on along with Japan, but it could be Tajikistan. I have to do a bit of research on this team, look a bit deeper because I haven't. Seriously, honestly, I haven't. But Group G, Thailand, UAE, Malaysia, Vietnam, Indonesia. Remember Vietnam? I'm predicting Vietnam to move on, but I don't know. May not happen. May not happen. They only picked up 1 point from their first match, but I'm backing this Vietnamese team. The Malaysians did say that the team is very very good, but guys, it's gonna be really hard in this group. It's gonna be hard. And the last group, guys, North Korea. Well, Group H, North Korea topping this group with 6 points as well. Awesome stuff, man. Awesome stuff. Then we have South Korea second. South Korea second. And they have 3 points from one match. Turkmenistan third. Lebanon fourth. And Sri Lanka fifth. And guys, that rounds off the AFC 2022 World Cup qualifiers for the September international break. There will be matches coming back in October, and I'll do this all again in October, guys. God spare my life. I will be streaming just like this in October. But as I was saying, I did interrupt myself last stream. I was saying maybe I should come back and do the English Premier League recap via a live stream. Just sit down and talk about everything. We could have a little bit of fun. We could talk about Arsenal and Man United and how bad they're doing right now. And we could talk about how great Manchester City and Liverpool are. And we could just talk about a lot of other stuff. So I think it's the best way to do things because, you know what I'm saying? Best way to do things. But thanks, Red. Thanks for stopping by, man. Peace out. Enjoy the rest of your night. I think we should do that in a live stream format though. Because it's really hard to like go through all the fixtures and just, and then edit the video. It's so hard, man. Especially when, you have a full-time job and you have a family and everything, guys. It ain't easy out here, man. It ain't easy. When you're doing your little concept videos and all, it can work. It can work, but when you're doing longer videos where you have to put them out in a timing, if it's a video that I came up with an original concept and I could take my time and I could edit it piece by piece and drop it next month if I want to, it's different. But when you have to get the video out before the next match week comes around, guys, it's kind of difficult. It is kind of difficult. When you hit 30K, can you dye your hair down? Oh man, oh man. I'll only like I won't do that for 30K. If I celebrate so hard for 30K, it means that I think that 30K is like the pinnacle. No, no. When I hit 100K, I'll do that. 100. Let's see. I'll dye my entire beard blonde. Bam. Not only the tip down here. And actually, the beard was more of the beard was actually dyed, but I keep cutting it off. It's fading away. Maybe I'll do it pink or blue. No, 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 no. I have to actually go to work, so it can't happen. That won't happen. The next color, the only color I'll go is just plain blonde. But anyways, guys, let us move on. Let us move on. We have covered World Cup qualifiers, 44 minutes. Not bad at all. Thanks for everyone who stuck around for those. You know what I'm saying? To hear me talk for 44 minutes. I'm used to it, but still. Let's move on to the Concacaf Nations League. Morning 80 booth. It's actually morning in Europe and Asia and Africa right now. Only in New York, I think. And maybe some other states where they're like behind in time. They're actually still, what, Tuesday. Today's Tuesday, yeah. But isn't it nice though? Isn't it nice to wake up, and someone who you actually watch on YouTube is doing a live stream right now? It's cool. It is cool. It is cool. It is cool. It is very, very cool. So, guys, let's do the Concacaf Nations League. Let's do it. Okay. So, first and foremost, before I start the Concacaf Nations League, let's talk about the player from Curacao who passed away. And it's very, 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 very sad. I think his name is I need to get his name right. I think it's Mr. Peters. But I need to get his name right. Jerzino Peters or Jerzina. One of these, let's say Jerzino Peters. Jerzino Peter. Actually, Peter. Jerzino Peter, he was a third choice goalkeeper for the Curacao national team. And it is said that he died of a heart attack in the team hotel. He was 31 years old. From what I could recall, I think he was capped 11 times. He wasn't a prominent member in the 11, but he must have been very, very important because, in training and all of that, it's very, very unfortunate that this happens. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. He was born November 11th, 1987. And guys, for some of you guys who don't know, that was the year I was born. I'm not young. I'm not in my 20s. I'm 32. I don't need to hide my age or anything. I'm 32. I'm old as hell. Well, in football world, I'm very old. But you could say I'm a late bloomer. But I'm blooming. As long as you're blooming. But you look like you're 26. Nah, I wish I was actually 20. Guys, I wish I was 19 again. If I could go back to being 19, oh my God, I would take it. Some of you guys who are younger right now, who're still in your teens, if you're still in your teens right now, or you're in your early 20s, cherish it, man. Cherish it. So wait. 5 Cuban players defected in Canada. Oh my goodness. Wow. So Advenco, you hit 20 last week. Congratulations on the big 2-0, man. Congrats. Could I be your dad? I can't be your dad. But Mr. Milat Ramadani says he's 13. Well, I could be your dad. But I'm actually I understand why you're enthusiastic about football and you're actually watching my videos and watching me right now, because I would have done the same when I was 13 if this kind of technology was around. Hello, sir. Tell us about India. I just spoke about India. So you would want to go back and watch the replay of the video another time. But what I had to say about India, it's a good result, but India cannot depend on picking up draws if they want to make it to the third round. They need more than draws. So Demir Imamajic, he's 16, very young. I came here when I was 16 years old. So I know what it is like to be a 16-year-old. You know what I'm saying? So cherish it, man. Cherish it. Because by the time you know it, you're 30. 80 Booth is 26. Inquisitive says he's also 32. Cool stuff, man. So Inquisitive knows what it feels like. He knows what I'm going through. But guys, at 32, I must say, I've accomplished a lot of things. At 32. Well, I'm not a bum, one, I don't live, well, I'm not knocking people who live at home with their moms and dads, but I don't live with mom and dad. I have my own home. A house here, this house here, above me right here that I'm in, it's mine. I own it. No rent or anything. I pay a mortgage. So you guys know I have to go to work. I need a day job. I can't do YouTube full time. It ain't gonna happen. If I do YouTube full time, guys, I'll become a vagrant out there on the streets. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, because it's no way I'm gonna be making enough money to pay for anything. The money I make, I won't probably be able to pay my freaking cable bill. I'm telling you. So yeah, who else say their age? So 80 Booth, 26, man, that's a good age. I was 26 the other day. Oh, and another thing, guys, for some of you guys who don't know, I have 3 kids. 3 kids. Don't have kids yet until you're ready. Don't. You have a career and a family, that's an accomplishment. Yeah, 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 definitely. But you have these things, but the hardest thing to do is to keep everything. You have to keep the house, you have to keep the family, you have to keep the career, and that's where the trick comes in. It's very, very difficult to do. You gotta stay focused, but you gotta stay focused. So R.I.P. Jezino Peters. R.I.P. man. Sleep in peace. Sleep in peace. Named after a Brazilian there. Sleep in peace. You would have made a good player for my concept video. So maybe I would actually honor him and put him in the concept video that I've been planning. I've been planning a video, so maybe I'll just put it as a part of my lost tape series, because I have to do a lost tape series for all the lost video ideas that I have in the 15 books I have on the ground right now. So let us move on though. Let us move on. Let us move on. There will be weeping and mourning, but they say joy cometh in the morning. So everything happens for a reason. Don't mean to get all religious on you guys there, but R.I.P. R.I.P. And I hope this inspires the boys from Curacao to continue to play well and continue to strive for better and get in the hex. Get in that hex. I could see Curacao getting in that hex if they continue playing like that. They could definitely do it. And maybe at the expense of a Honduras, who might not be doing so well. El Salvador looks like they're showing intent, but Honduras, I don't know. I really don't know. Curacao 1987 is up in the house, man. What up? What's up, man? What's up? I really like that all the Dutch people from Curacao are coming out, man. They're coming out. They're definitely coming out since, the Gold Cup, the Kings Cup, and now the Concacaf Nations League, World Cup Qualifiers eventually. But I do think that Curacao think they can qualify for, I think Curacao, I do think, even though I've been doubting Curacao, every single time I've been doubting Curacao, I have a sneaky feeling Curacao could make it to the World Cup. And remember, CONCACAF has offered the teams outside the hex a slim chance of making it to the World Cup. If they win that whole playoff tournament, play the 4th place team in the hex, and then play a team from Asia, they can definitely do it. Do you think Haiti will qualify, man? With the results, losing to Curacao in the first one, and I think they picked up a draw in the second match. It's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be difficult. It is gonna be difficult. The Gold Cup did propel them up from 101st to like 83rd, but they need to continue winning everything. Haiti also has a shout. Let me say that. It's Haiti, Curacao, Canada. If they all don't make it to the hex, one of these teams, Panama as well, one of those 4 teams will be, in that playoff for that against the 4th place team in the hex. So, guys, let us talk about the games, man. Let us talk about the games from September 9th and the games today, September 10th. So, Antigua and Barbuda defeating Aruba 2-1, bouncing back from the horrendous loss against Jamaica. So, good stuff for Antigua. Bahamas, man. Bahamas, guys. Bahamas picking up a win. Thomas Robinson Stadium. Is that stadium in Bahamas, or did they play in another Thomas Robinson Stadium? Because the hurricane passed through Bahamas there and just messed up the whole country. So I don't know if they played in Bahamas. Thomas Robinson Stadium. Where is that stadium located? It's actually in Bahamas. So it seems like the stadium was untouched. Whoa. Okay. This is amazing stuff. And for Bahamas to pick up a win, that's good stuff. That is really good stuff. So let me just go to the standings right now and make sure. Guys, I lost track there, talking a lot, lost track. I was actually supposed to do these things by the leagues. So I'm going to start again. with the CONCACAF Nations League, and I'm going to start from League C. So let's start with League C. League C games. League C. Let's wheel and come again, guys. Let's rewind. Let's wheel and come again. League C. League C. Was there any League C matches on Monday? There weren't. There weren't any. Well, League C Group A. There weren't any. There weren't any. Yes, there weren't. There's actually a game that were played today between. Yes, that was the game I was talking about. Bahamas against Bonaire. Bahamas winning that game, and it's still not updated where I'm looking. Maybe I need to refresh this thing, but it could get a little complicated on the CONCACAF Nations League thing. Not all of Bahamas was devastated by the storm. Remember, it's a chain of many islands. Yes, inquisitive. I actually been to the Bahamas before. It's many islands. It's hundreds of, maybe 1,000 islands. It's a lot of islands. Really beautiful islands as well. So it seems like Nassau wasn't affected. I think I've been to Nassau as well. And I've been to another island, which is partially, I don't know if it's owned by the cruise ship company, but they probably leased it or something like that. But I've been to the Bahamas before. It was good. It was a great experience. Indeed it was. So let me see if this thing was updated. People are not doing their jobs. They're not updating the sites. Like, what is going on here? Okay, they updated it. I refreshed it. They updated it. So, guys, Bahamas 2, Bonaire 1. Remember, Bonaire defeated the British Virgin Islands 4-2 in their first game, and those were the matches played in Group B of League C. So right now, Bonaire, they are still on top with 3 points, and Bahamas 3 points as well. British Virgin Islands without a point. I did predict Bonaire to top that group, I think. So in Group C, we didn't have any more matches. We had Guatemala, Puerto, Rico, and Anguilla in this group. So we didn't have any. Yes, we actually had a game today. What is this? This thing confuses me. Guatemala defeated Puerto Rico 1-0, guys. Pardon me if I'm a little off with this thing, but this website is weird, I'm telling you, man. It is so weird. It has one match for home. Well, it's not even updated properly yet. These people are not doing their jobs, and it's making it very, very difficult for me to talk about this thing. But let us move on to the other group. Okay, we had Guadeloupe defeating Turks and Caicos 3-0 on today. Today. So we will move on. These games not really matter that much. Smaller teams. I don't think you guys actually... Do you guys actually care about these smaller teams? Some of you guys do, but most people don't. But let us move on to League B. League B. This thing is quite confusing. So I'm going to go back to the main page here where they have all the games in order of the date they were played. So we have League B. Montserrat and St. Lucia played to a 1-1 draw. Montserrat and St. Lucia played to a 1-1 draw. So this takes Montserrat to the top of the table, 4 points. And in the other group game, did we have any other matches? El Salvador and Dominican Republic in the group. Let me see match details. Feels so weird, man, because this thing is all over the place. Yeah. So, wait. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. I was actually talking up El Salvador so much. Is Football Pharaoh, are you still in here? Because this is ridiculous. Dominican Republic defeated El Salvador 1-0. Like, what is going on here? What is going on in this thing? Like, I really don't get it. The way El Salvador played in that game against St. Lucia with so much conviction, like they actually meant business, El Salvador could drop out the hex because you're losing to the Dominican Republic. Come on. This is bad. This is really bad. This will come with a lot of consequence if you keep losing to these smaller teams. Like, this ain't good. Seems like Montserrat could run away with. If Montserrat wins this group, they will qualify directly for the 2021 Gold Cup, which will be amazing. So I got a $2 super chat. I actually didn't see it. Who gave that super chat? Did not see that super chat. Thank you. Thank you. I didn't see it. Where is it? I missed it. But thank you, whoever gave the $2 super chat. Sorry if I didn't acknowledge it fast enough, but I didn't actually see it. But thank you very much. So in this group, Group B in League B, Montserrat actually leading. Wow. But they did good in the qualifying, so I'm not really surprised. So today, no games played today in this group. Okay, Group A. This thing is all over the place, guys. All over. So the game between Curacao and Haiti. This is a league A, right? This is League A. But it ended in a 1-1 draw. Big, well, I almost said win. Big draw for Curacao here against Haiti. Remember, they won them in the first match. 1-0 at home, and now picking up a draw on the road, which is huge. Canada defeating Cuba. 1-0. And some of you guys said 6 of the Cubans, or 6, they defected. So we have, someone just said hi here. Who said hi? Jean-Marc St. Louis. What's up, man? Thank you from Haiti as well. So Canada 1-0 against Cuba. Not bad after that drubbing in Canada. Then Guatemala, they defeated Puerto Rico 2-0. Good win for Guatemala. There weren't a lot of games today, guys. But I also have to talk about the games that happened yesterday. So Trinidad and Tobago drew again to Martinique. I don't know what's going on with this Trinidad and Tobago team, but they just can't seem to pick up any victories here. 2 draws against Martinique. Martinique isn't even a FIFA nation. And from what Football Pharaoh was saying to me, is that these draws wouldn't even count against the FIFA rankings because not a FIFA team. But I don't know how true it is. I have to look into that. But it's not good. It is not good. Jamaica defeated Guyana 4-0 on the road. A very convincing victory for Theodore Whitmore and his boys, picking up what? What is this? How many did they score in the first game? Was it 4 as well? I think it was 4. But big win. Alvis Powell, they have his name as Elvis Powell. It's Alvas Powell, Concacaf. What are you doing? He scored twice, and Denver. I kept saying Denver Orgil during the Gold Cup, but his name is Dever Orgil. He plays in the Turkish Super League. He scored twice as well. Bobby Reed played again. Leon Bailey played again. So the Jamaican team is looking good. They're looking good. But I'm kind of wondering, why aren't we seeing, well, he wasn't even in the squad, but what's his name again? Ravel Morrison. Why he hasn't played as yet, though? It's kind of weird that Ravel Morrison hasn't turned out for Jamaica as yet. But maybe sooner rather than later, though. Sooner rather than later. So, any more games? Yes, we have a few more games to talk about. Let me find them first. The Jamaica. Okay, we were at the Jamaica against Guyana. Then, Bahamas defeated Bonaire. We talk about that Antigua defeat in Aruba. So that kind of runs off the CONCACAF Nations League. It's kind of all over the place. So some of the things, the groups aren't updated and all. But guys, we're only 2 matches in. Halfway through for some groups, but still, it's still early times. Still very, very early times here. So in the group with Canada, USA Group League A, Canada actually has 2 wins in 2. They will determine, the games between themselves and the USA will determine who tops this group. And the top 2 teams will qualify for the 2021 Gold Cup anyways. So I'm expecting the USA to do it, but guys, you never know. They did pick up a 1-1 draw against Uruguay tonight, so that's not a bad result at all. So good stuff from United States, the young team, inexperienced team there, unproven team. Panama, Bermuda, Mexico in that group. Well, Panama and Bermuda beating each other. Well, that's a big victory there from Bermuda. Not a surprise again, Bermuda did really well in the Gold Cup. So Panama, oh man, it's hurting your chances of getting into the hex. Then Martinique, 2 points. Trinidad, 2 points. Honduras yet to play. Martinique, really good job picking up 2 points against Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad, man, y'all need to get your act together seriously. Then in Group D, Curacao doing an amazing job here. 4 points, Haiti 1 point, Costa Rica yet to play. Curacao, if they could pick up results against Costa Rica, they will surely top this group. And topping this group will help their chances of getting into the hex. I could see Curacao getting into the hex, as I said, guys. Definitely can. So let's just do a quick recap of League B before we move on to the Euros. We still have a lot of time here, guys. Still have a lot of time. Thanks for everyone who stuck around. And for those of you guys who are watching the replay right now, thank you very much for getting, over 1 hour. And I know a few people actually watched the whole thing. So League B, Group A. Grenada on top with 6 points. Good stuff from Grenada. The Spice Island. I landed there a few times, never actually went in. Then French Guyana second. Definitely never went to South America. So never went to French Guyana. St. Kitts and Nevis third. Never went to St. Kitts. Belize fourth. Never went to Belize. Belize actually lost one of their games because they failed to show up. So they need to get their act together there. So let's move on to the next group in that league. Next group in League B. Montserrat 4 points after 2 matches. El Salvador 3 points. Well, this group is a tricky group, but El Salvador losing to the Dominican Republic, that's a big upset. That's a huge upset. St. Lucia picked up a point. They drew against Dominican Republic. So you never know how this group can go. I did predict Dominican Republic to place last year, and it seems like they might prove me wrong. So Bache Terun said Belize forgot they had a match. Yes, it seems like they forgot they had a game. Or maybe they didn't have the funds to travel. Who knows? You never know with these teams, man. But let us move on. Group C, Jamaica on top 6 points. Jamaica, they are in League B. Guyana second, 3 points. Antigua and Barbuda 3 points. And Aruba struggling at the bottom without a point. Curacao, their neighbors, doing very, very well. Aruba, not so well. Aruba, not as good as Curacao when it comes to football. Let's just say that. Let's settle the score right now. So if there's people from Aruba and Curacao, they argue about who's better. Curacao, better by far. I think Curacao is also the more populous nation. What's up, Ryan LFC, man? Appreciate you joining the live stream. Guys, make sure you check out Ryan LFC's channel. He's a Liverpool fan, and his channel is on the up. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you check it out. Then in Group D, guys, we have Suriname on top 6 points. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, my nation, on 2 points. I actually have a St. Vincent flag that I bought. I have to put on the wall. So look for that flag in the future. I have to put it up. That'll definitely. I'm not going to spread it out. I'll just have it there. Like maybe somewhere over here, Then we have Nicaragua third and Dominica fourth in this group. So last but not least, League C recap. League C recap before we move on to the Euro 2020 qualifiers. We have a lot to go through, guys. I expected a long live stream tonight. I expected nothing less than a long live stream. on nothing but a long live stream. So, Group A in League C, Cayman Islands topping that group so far, 6 points. Then Barbados, second, 3 points. U.S. Virgin Islands, third, 3 points. And St. Martin at the bottom without a point. So, Group B. I always get mixed up with leagues and groups. Bonaire at the top. Oh, Bonaire, also part of the Netherlands, Virgin Islands, without a point. Guatemala at the top of their group. Puerto Rico, second. Anguilla, third. It's not updated yet, but Guatemala does have 6 points so far. And I think Puerto Rico has 3 points, but won't go into that. And the last group, Guadeloupe, on the top of that group with 6 points. Turks and Caicos second. St. Martin third. And that wraps it up for the Concacaf Nations League. That was somewhat of a disaster, so I want to move on. It was like the website isn't updated properly as yet, so it kind of messed me up and threw me off. But I think I caught myself a bit. I got my balance back. It's very important to get your balance back and stay on your feet. You can't flop out, you know what I'm saying? And mess up the whole street. What is this, man? Come on. Focusing and blurry and all of that. What are you doing? So, we will move on to the last segment. Well, not the last segment, but you guys know what I'm talking about. The last major segment is the UEFA Euro 2020 qualifiers, where we will recap the Monday fixtures and the Tuesday fixtures. And it's a lot of games, man. A lot of games I left to recap. So we're going to start with the Azerbaijan 1, Croatia 1. I did watch this game, and I am disappointed in the way Croatia played. Let me just put that on wax right now. I'm disappointed. They got an early goal through a penalty scored by Modric, and they controlled most of the first half. They tested the goalkeeper on a few occasions, but they couldn't breach the goalkeeper. Second half, I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. Croatia, they tried passing the ball around, very busy team, but they just lack something going forward, man. They just lack something going forward. Yes, I did just mention the USA Uruguay 1-1 draw. Big result. But Azerbaijan, man, this is a big result for them. 1-1 draw. They did lose the first match in Croatia there. Did lose, but this is a huge result for them. Huge result. And coming back to score that goal, it was a brilliant goal too, because the goal scorer basically danced through Croatia's defense, and they were just tame. They didn't want to touch him. He was in the box, and he got around all of them and scored. And Croatia couldn't reply. And if they continue like this, I think they will make it to the Euros. Imagine if they don't qualify, right? But they will make it to the Euros, but I don't think they will shine at all. Let me just put that, out there right now. The way they I don't know. And they're kind of short of talent back home as well. The talent ain't coming through like before. Like, we're not seeing any of the really talented player coming through Croatia anymore, like the Perisic and the Kovacic and the Modric's and the Mandzukic. Where are the new breed of players? They have, bright lights like Nikola Vlasic and Josip Brekalo. Marco Piazza could be really good, but he's always injured. And Bruno Petkovic looks like he's a good prospect. Mislav Orsic finally got his opportunity. But I don't know, man. The Croatian team, they look light. You know what I'm saying? They still look light. So let's just move on from that, man. They're just frustrating. They're from Group E, by the way, guys. Group E. So after that match, Croatia is still top. They're still top of the group. And they have to thank. And I'll get to the other match, but they have another team to thank here for helping them out after picking up that draw a game they should have won. They have to definitely thank Slovakia. They just smashed Slovakia, but they have to thank them for defeating Hungary. Slovakia defeating Hungary 2-1. Good stuff. Good stuff. Bouncing back after that horrendous loss. Great stuff by Slovakia there to round off the Group E matches in September. So after those matches, the standings are as follows in Group E. Croatia on top 10 points. What's up, Brian, man? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you joining here. Slovakia, they are still second at 9 points. Hungary third. Hungary were top of this group. They're now third, 9 points. Wales, man. Wales. You're all the way fourth. What is going on? Azerbaijan at the bottom with 1 point. But Wales do have a game in hand. So Wales could definitely go back up to 9 points here with still another game in hand. So let us move on to the other group. Let me close out some of these things. They're confusing the hell out of me here that I have opened. Confusing me. So we are left to the Euros right now. Group C, guys. Northern Ireland, 0. Germany, 2. Big win for Germany after losing so dramatically against the Netherlands. Good win. Not going to go too much into this. I expected a win from Germany. I think the goals were scored by a new guy called Halsenberg, and Serge Gnabry scored late in the game. So big 3 points for Germany. In Group C, guys, Netherlands smashed Estonia 4-0. I did watch that game. A brace by what's his name again, man? Okay, I'm kind of going blank here. Ryan Babel, the former Liverpool man who has resurrected his career. Mysteriously resurrected his career. Went to Besiktas, then moved to Fulham, then now he's at Galatasaray, and the man is just like, I don't know what has gotten into him, but he seems like a player transformed. The energy that he plays with, and he is still very, very fast. When he moved to Fulham, he looked like he was the only one in Fulham that was actually playing. So very, very good stuff by Ryan Babel. Depay did score in the 76th minute and Wijnaldum in the 87th. Very, very cheeky goals there. Wijnaldum has been a really instrumental and influential player in this Netherlands team. He always flies under the radar, but he is one of the best players in this team. Memphis Depay, man, he holds the record for picking up the most assists for the Dutch team this decade with 18. Congratulations. Memphis always comes under heavy criticism, especially from the Man United fans. But I think if Man United had held on to Memphis Depay, he would have blossomed and developed into a much better player. I think so. And he doesn't get the credit he deserves. I think Memphis could even be better than he is right now. But he's scoring goals and he's picking up assists. And he's better for Netherlands than he is at club level. Definitely. So big win for the Dutch over Estonia. I didn't expect anything different in this fixture at all. Like, come on. So Group C here. How does it look here? Ooh, guys. Germany back on top. Group C with 12 points. Northern Ireland 12 points. Netherlands with a game in hand though. 9 points. Well, it means like when they play 5 games, they could go up to 12. And we have Belarus 4th, Estonia 5th. Estonia without a point. Belarus does have 3 points. So it's gonna be a photo. Could we have a photo finish to the end here between Germany, Netherlands, and Northern Ireland? I don't think so. I think Germany and Netherlands are gonna snatch these 2 places. Northern Ireland will have to depend on the Nations League qualifiers if they do get in. So I think they should get into one of those qualifying spots. But right now they're holding a spot to qualify, so they won't feature on that list. that I will share with you guys again tonight. So Germany, not bad, not bad. 12 points, 4 wins, 1 draw. Too soon to press the panic button here. A lot of people are calling for Yoki Love to get sacked, but come on, guys. He only lost 1 game against a very, very good team. Like, come on, you know, this ain't Watford here. You're not gonna sack your manager because he lost a few games. Well, he weren't doing very good at the back end of last season, but the man made it to the FA Cup final. Gotta put some respect on that. Watford, super ungrateful club. Let me just put that out there right now. Super ungrateful. They should be ashamed of their damn selves. Okay, so Group G, guys. Slovenia with the big win. 3-2 win over Israel, man. What has gotten into the Slovenian team? I think it's since they sacked the coach that was in charge and brought in Mr. Matthias Kek, who has been one of the only managers to win a Croatian league title. Because Dinamo Zagreb has been dominating in Croatia for forever, with 20 league titles in the current era. 20 league titles. And that is how many years, guys? That's like 20-something years. 20-something years, and they have won 20. So for Matthias Kek to sneak in a victory, you know, it is very good. And he is turning this Slovenian team around, picking up a big 3 point. They have actually won both their matches against Poland and now against Israel. Big, big stuff, man. Let's take a look at who scored in this game. We had Zahavi scoring for Israel again. Of course, Zahavi is going to score. And then Nacho. I think Nacho used to play for one of these Russian clubs. I can remember that name. Verbic scored twice for Slovenia, and Bezjak scored in the 66th minute. But good stuff, man. They also have Jan Oblak back in their team. Good stuff from Slovenia. Yeah. So actually, guys, what I could see from this game, Israel actually came back from being 1-0 down and went 2-1 up. But Bezjak's goal put Slovenia back level, and then Slovenia went ahead late in the game. So it was a very, very close match, and a late winner here from Verbic, who is a very, very good player. Very, very good player. I think they also have Ilicic playing for them too. I think Ilicic is Slovenian. They have some decent players there. They have some decent players indeed. Oblak, Ilicic, yes. Ilicic. Stojanovic, who plays for Dinamo Zagreb. Verbic, very good player. I think Izet Hajlovic is Slovenian, but he wasn't called up. He wasn't called up. But very good team, and I'm happy for them, man, because they were going through some stuff. Guys, we could recall they were going through some stuff, man. Ilicic is definitely from Atalanta. We will face Ilicic in the Champions League there. Man City against Atalanta, who's a very, 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 very good team. Duvan Zapata, man. This guy is on fire. Duvan Zapata. A late bloomer. Not so much a late bloomer, but he is a late bloomer. Started scoring very, very late. Very, very late. But his loan move from Sampdoria to Atalanta has proven to be very, very, very good. I think Atalanta may want to actually buy him from Sampdoria. That's if Sampdoria wants to sell him. But good stuff from Slovenia there. We're going to look at the standings in this group right now, which is Group G. Slovenia has now moved up to a qualifying spot in second. Guys. Do you believe that? The other Group G game, Poland and Austria played to a 0-0 draw, and North Macedonia did defeat Latvia. I bet my boy Andrei Todorovsky must be super happy about this. So, big win for North Macedonia. There were goals from Goran Pandev was on the score sheet, of course. The veteran Goran Pandev, who has touched many of these Italian teams. And, of course, Body scored. Body, very, very good player as well. So, good stuff. Good stuff from Macedonia there. North Macedonia, I should say. So, that group looks like this right now. Poland on top with 13 points. After 6, Slovenia second, 11 points. Well, they have 6 teams in this group, so it means that 4 matches are left. 4 matches are left. Then Austria third, 10 points. North Macedonia fourth, 8 points. Israel fifth, 8 points. This group is tight. This group is tight. Latvia at the bottom without a point, guys. I feel bad for Latvia. But they're a very bad team. Very, very terrible. Terrible. Terrible team. Terrible team, man. You know what I think, guys? You know what I think? I was actually watching a podcast today and they were saying how these matches aren't interesting when you have Latvia playing against like a Poland. And you know what I think they should do? They should definitely have a playoffs for the Euros. They should have a playoffs between all the minnows. Like, let's say UEFA has like 55 nations or so. They should have a playoff for, let's say, let's just, oh man, this one is hard to come up with, but you need 10 groups. Let's just eliminate the first 15 teams. Just get rid of 15 teams off the bat. And get rid of 15 teams. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of them. Well, maybe 5 groups of 7. 7 groups of 5. 7 groups of 5. 7 groups of 5 could work. 7 groups of 5. That could work. Get rid of all the small teams and just have the teams that could actually compete. You know, because I'm fed up with these teams, San Marino and Latvia and Liechtenstein and all these, you know, Andorra. I don't really care to watch these teams, to be honest. Let them scrap it out against each other. Scrap it out against each other and the best ones come through. The ones who can't win games, let them watch from the sidelines and work on their football. Seriously. You can't be sympathetic for these teams. Like, it's a harsh world out here. It's survival of the fittest out here. Seriously. You know what I mean? Don't mean to sound harsh, but it's like I don't want to watch Latvia play. Seriously. Anyways, let's move on to Group I. We're still on the Monday matches. Still on the Monday matches. Group I. 3 matches in Group I. Scotland losing 4-0 to Germany at Belgium at home. Horrible performance, man. DF Gaming, what's up? What's good? Scotland, what is going on? You have a very good roster of players here. You have some good players in your team here. Seriously. Decent team. And you're losing so badly. I know Belgium, they are a great team. They're a great team. And the disparity is very large between the teams. But still though, still Scotland, you could do better than this. You can do better than this, Scotland. Oh, guys, I have a story to tell you before I forget. I have a story to tell you. There's this Liverpool fan. Maybe he's watching right now. I don't even know. But there's this Liverpool fan at work that I talk to. Talk football all the time. And I tend to pester him about Liverpool and say, you guys are going to lose today or whatnot. And we just talk. We have, we're good friends. We talk. And today at work, he saw me and he's laughing and he's like, yo, I didn't know you like Liverpool like that. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I don't like Liverpool like that. I like to watch them play. They play exciting football and all, and I talk the truth about Liverpool. He's like, yo, I saw one of your videos on YouTube. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, I saw the videos. How come you didn't tell me that you make videos? He's Jamaican. I'm like, I thought I told you. And I don't think I ever told him. But I'm like trying to play it off. And I'm like, I thought I told you that I make the videos. And he's like, yeah, I saw the videos. I was watching another video. And then it popped up. Maybe like in the recommendation or when when he was done. He clicked on it and he told me that he actually enjoyed the video. He was talking about that video, the Burnley-Liverpool video. And that video did some good numbers. That has been the best performing Premier League video I ever made. And I was like, I was surprised by the way that video did because I think it was a whole Mane Salah thing, and, I titled the video around that and I spoke. It was a good video, to be honest, and not to even toot my own horn. It was a good video. I was on point in that video. It got almost 40K views on it, and it did good. It did good. 600 plus likes. It did really, really good. As Advenko said, that vid was solid. It was a solid ass vid. It was solid, you know, and it came out well. It came out well, and I pulled it off. And I will continue to talk about Liverpool because, okay, I just checked your stats on Social Blade to your subscriber count. You are the fastest growing sports channel on YouTube. Oh, wow. Wow. I don't think I am, but that's good. That's good. But Social Blade and those things, they don't actually give, a good representative of put into perspective of how your channel really is, to be honest. But that is good. That is good. That is good. I think I could do a lot better too. But that was a cool story, right, guys? So he actually asked me for my YouTube name because he wants to watch more videos. So I was like, ooh, that's good. That is good. So I give him the name, Dominic Rich, and I have to explain that Rich means that Rich is short for Richards, my mom's last name and all, and whatnot. And guys, Richards is not my real last name, if you're wondering. It's not my real last name. It was my mom's real last name. I used to have that last name when I was a little boy. I used to write it in school, then I had to change it. Not going to tell you what I changed it to, but just know Rich is short for Richards. So, yeah, so Scotland nil, Rooney. Scotland nil, Belgium 4 with Lukaku, Vermaelen, Alderweireld. Always get that name messed up, man. And Kevin De Bruyne. And Kevin De Bruyne also, he made a record today. 3 assists in 1 game. The first player to ever pick up 3 assists in 1 Euro qualifying games. Pretty amazing stuff. Pretty amazing stuff. And he did chip in with 1 goal. Guys, do you think Kevin De Bruyne deserves to win the Ballon d'Or? He should at least be top 5 for the Ballon d'Or, man. He should be top 5 for the Ballon d'Or. Haha, Dom, answer that question. It'll be ridiculous. What is the question? What is the question? But yeah, he is definitely top 5 right now. Goals and assists, and he could win the Premier League. He could break the Premier League assist record this season, which is 20 assists held by Thierry Henry, which is brilliant, man. Which is brilliant. So yeah, he is definitely underrated, Millard. But Kevin De Bruyne he's just wonderful, man. He's just wonderful. Hey, do you think twins know that one of them was never planned? Oh, that's crazy. That is crazy. One of them was definitely never planned. And guys, my mom, she passed away, but she was a twin. That kind of reminded me that she was a twin. She had a brother. She had a brother. So it was a boy and a girl twin. So my mom was a twin. I have 3 kids and I have no twins. So don't know if it will happen. And now to think about it, I don't want it to happen because I don't want to have to take care of 2 babies at one time. Mr. Liam upstairs right now, he is enough. He's a handful. Cassidy was a handful. Well, Cassidy and Mel were really good little girls. They were good kids. But Liam, oh my God. Oh man, this kid is something else, guys. I have to whisper, he might be listening. But this kid is something else. But big win for Belgium, nevertheless, though. Big win for Belgium. I had to just give you guys that story real quick because I have things I want to actually tell you guys, but I don't be remembering. But I think I'm remembering a lot of things today. Liam is so cute, man. I hope he grows an afro. Yes, he does have a big afro right now. It's coming on. Maybe your kids will have twins too. Yeah. Maybe one of them will have twins. Good luck to them with that. Cyprus 4, San Marino 0. Don't need to go into that. And Russia 1, Kazakhstan 1. Remember, Kazakhstan used to be part of, the Russian Federation there. You know what I'm saying? The USSR. So it was a goal scored by Mario Fernandez in the 89th minute. It was a late winner. So Kazakhstan, who are a vastly improved team, almost held on for that draw. An unlikely draw, but they almost held on. So guys, right now, in this group, 6 points. No, not 6 points. Six matches being played. Maximum of 10. This means Belgium. Is Belgium the first team to officially qualify for the Euros, guys? Because they currently have 18 points right now. And they cannot be caught by Kazakhstan. Wait. Yes, they can be caught by Kazakhstan. Yeah, let me hold the brakes on that one. They have not officially qualified yet. Let me hold the brakes on that one. But they're almost there. They're definitely guaranteed. Because I know they have to play San Marino again. They're definitely guaranteed. So they have 18 points. Maximum Cyprus can get right now is 19. And Scotland could also get 18. So Belgium are not in the clears yet. If they play San Marino and they get smashed 20-0 and the goal difference goes, flip around, they could miss out on the Euros. You never know. You never know, guys. It's football. The ball is round. It's just that sometimes the ball is just not round when you play in San Marino. You know what I'm saying? It's just not round. Just not round at all. San Marino, negative 28 goal difference, has not even scored a single goal in 6 games. How could you keep going? How could you keep going? How could you keep going? No goals. That's the thing I'm talking about. These teams should be eliminated before the qualifiers even start. But anyways, guys, that rounds off the matches that were played on Monday the 9th. So we will talk about the games that were played today. Montenegro losing to the Czech Republic 3-0. And I'm happy because what went on when England went to Montenegro with all the racist stuff? I know there's racism in every country and all. Nobody ain't going to tell me that there ain't racism in every single country. But what went on in Montenegro was just, it was just distasteful. So I just want them to get smashed every single game they play. I don't care. Just get smashed every game you play. Seriously. And they got smashed by the Czech Republic 3-0. 3-0. The Czech Republic. Yeah. The Czech Republic. Who they just lost to Kosovo as well. So come on here. Come on. Thank you, Czech Republic, for smashing them. Thanks. So let me do a quick check back here. Make sure I'm right. Yes, Kosovo did defeat Czech Republic. Sometimes I don't want to be talking confidently and then I'm wrong. But big win there. Big win for the Czech Republic. And the other game in Group A. Guys, another cool story. Was at work. I work late. And even though the games are playing while I'm at work, I would put on my headphones, let the game play, and listen to the game instead of watching it. And if there's something happen, like a goal, I would pull it out quick and oh, shoot, cool goal, and put it back in my pocket. But I totally forgot the games were playing today. I totally forgot the games were on. Totally forgot. It happens, but I forgot the Euros were actually playing from 2:45. Seriously. But I did, I didn't watch, but I followed the last part, the England-Kosovo. I was like, what? 8 goals. 8 freaking goals were scored in this game. And after the England-Bulgaria thrashing, the commentators did say that there are going to be goals in that Kosovo-England game. And Kosovo are not going to come out there and park the bus like India did. Kosovo are going to come out and play their hearts out. They're going to play for a win. They're going to play their style of football. And Kosovo isn't even at full strength right now, guys. They're not at full strength. If they had that young player who plays in the, I think he plays for Werder Bremen, Milot Rachica, he would have added some well-needed impetus going forward for Kosovo. So in this game, Kosovo scored first minute. That must have been a shocker. First minute. And then England went bonkers. They went bonkers. They scored 5 first half goals. 5. So at the end of first half, it was like 5-1. And it was like, oh man, Kosovo, you should not have done that. You should not have woken up the kittens, the 3 kittens. You should not have woken them up. And he did. They did. They woke them up. And we had goals from Raheem Sterling, who's on the score sheet for England once again. Then Harry Kane scored in the 90th minute on the score sheet for England once again. Then Voivoda scored an own goal in the 38th minute. And then, bam, Jadon Sancho went berserk. He is probably pissed off at FIFA for not giving him the proper ratings that he thinks he deserves. And I think that's kind of harsh of FIFA too. 84 rated card, which is a big jump from the card he had last year in FIFA 19. Like Jadon Sancho had a silver card. So for you to go from a silver card to an 84 rated card, that's a big jump right there. That's a big jump. But I think he deserves an 84, but his passing is definitely not a 77. Like, come on. The man has been assisting. He's like the assist king over there in the Bundesliga, and he gets a 77. He deserved like an 87 rating for his passing. Dribbling is 90, but his passing should have been up there as well. So England has now gone 43 qualifiers for the Euros, unbeaten. Ridiculous. Unbeaten. This is crazy. So those 2 goals were Sancho's first international goals as well. So congratulations to the young man. Awesome stuff. So Montenegro will take on Bulgaria next. Czech Republic will host England. As for Kosovo, man, I think Kosovo are going to qualify for the freaking Euros. I think they're going to qualify for the Euros. I'm not going to go back on that. Kosovo right now, they are in third on 8 points behind the Czech Republic, who they just beat. 8 points. Still in the hunt. Right now, it's only England, Czech Republic, and Kosovo in contention to go through right now. Because Montenegro only has 2 points and Bulgaria has 2. And each team, they only have, 3 games to go, with England having 4 because they were in the Nations League. But 3 games to go for Kosovo. Guys, what are the next fixtures? Kosovo. Okay. Kosovo will play Czech Republic. No, they play Montenegro first. That's a derby. They play Montenegro. Yugoslavian derby there. And the first match against Montenegro was a 1-1 draw. So they should pick up a draw or a win. But they would be at home. So I'm favoring a win for Kosovo here. So the next game against Czech Republic, a team they can beat, they can pick up a draw. So they would need a win and a draw. And at home to England, I don't know if you're going to get a result there. But still. Advenko said Kosovo could lose away. England could lose away to Kosovo. It's quite possible. But I don't know, man. I really don't know. I'm not going to write off this England team anymore. I'm not. So I think Kosovo could actually, they could pick up, I think they could pick up 4 more points, go up to 12 points. But what Kosovo has in their favor right now, guys, remember Kosovo did top their Nations League group, and Kosovo could be the strongest team in League C, and they could qualify for the Euros via the playoffs if they do not make it directly. So remember that. Don't ever forget that, guys. Kosovo has the Nations League cushion, up their sleeve. So they could, I think Kosovo going to make it to the Euros still. But Czech Republic, man, they're fighting back very hard. They're fighting back, bouncing back, picking up 2 losses there. But I still think Kosovo are going to make it. I still think so. I really still think so. So people want to find out what's going on with Mexico. What is going on with Mexico? I think Mexico should not have scheduled they should not have scheduled that fixture. Definitely should not have scheduled that fixture. So it's 4-0 at halftime. We're just gonna, go off tangent a little here. Mexico currently 4-0 at halftime. 4-0 down. 4-0 down at halftime. Lautaro Martinez with a hat-trick and Leandro Paredes with the other goal. And this is a Mexican team without Lionel Messi in the lineup. This is ridiculous. This is simply ridiculous. 4-0. Let's take a look at the lineups, guys, real quick. We're taking a break from the Euros. Tagliafico, Rojo, Martinez of Ajax, Montiel, don't know that player. Paredes, McAllister, don't know McAllister. De Pau, Palacios, Acuna, Martinez. Not a very, very strong team here. This is not a very, very strong Argentinian team. Mexico with Corona, Lozano, Jimenez, Alvarez, Herrera, Dos Santos. They went all out. Mexico went all out. Thank you very much, Milot, man. See you soon. Gallardo, Arroyo, Salcedo, Miguel Ayun, Ochoa. Mexico is basically playing their World Cup team right here. They're playing their World Cup team against an Argentinian team who is at maybe 35% full strength. Seriously. I'm not even making this up. It's just ridiculous. Like, how is this happening? How is it happening? They may need to do something in this. A big turnaround needs to happen in the second half. Big turnaround. Who do they have on the bench? Why isn't this? Wait. Is Pizarro on the bench? Pizarro, where is Pizarro? What? Pizarro isn't in this team. Pizarro is not in the team. Like, that guy needs to be playing for Mexico. Antuna is on the bench. Hernandez, Chicharito is on the bench. Anyways, let us go back to Euros. Let us go back to talking about England and Kosovo and Mexico. Terrible there. Terrible. So we have a $2 donation here from Devonta Jones. Thank you. Mexico repping Concacaf well. Sarcasm. USA drew with Uruguay. So USA actually winning tonight after they lost to Mexico the other day. So a 1-1 draw against Uruguay is like a win for the US team. Seriously. Because that is a huge result. Huge result. But good stuff from England, though. Good stuff from England. Harry Kane picking up 4 goals in this international break. Raheem Sterling picking up 2. Good stuff there. So let us move on to Group B. Serbia defeating Luxembourg 3-1. Wasn't the easiest game, but Serbia, they came out winners anyway. So Mitrovic scored a brace, one in the 36th, but Radionjic scored in the 55th. But then Luxembourg fought themselves back into the game. It went 2-1, and then Mitrovic scored the win. Mitrovic put the game to bed in the 78 minutes. So good stuff by Alexander Mitrovic. Suhas Gudetti. I already spoke about India. You need to watch the replay, man. You need to watch the replay. But good stuff from Serbia. They're fighting. This is not an easy group at all, guys. This is not an easy group. Remember, this group has Ukraine and it has Portugal in there. And we are going to get to the Portugal-Lithuania game right now. Portugal 5, Lithuania 1. Portugal on the road, guys. Big news. Cristiano Ronaldo scores 4 goals. This is sick. He scores 4. So he moved from, 89 goals he have in his career? 89 to 93? Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's 94 now. It's sick. It is just sick. Ronaldo, Europe's all-time top scorer. It is crazy. But, guys, what is interesting about the game, Ronaldo scored in the 7th minute, and then Lithuania equalized in the 28th. They equalized in the 28th. And then in the second half, so they went into the first half, the halftime break at 1-1. The Lithuania must have thought like, oh shit, we're gonna pick up a draw today. Didn't happen. Ronaldo, 62nd, 65th, 76-minute goal, and William Carvalho again on the score sheet with a 92nd minute goal. 5-1. Who saw this game? Because I did not see this game. Didn't see this game. I know that João Felix started this game. Ruben Neves started this game. This Portuguese team looks good. Seriously, they look freaking good. If you don't have Danilo in the midfield, you can use Ruben Neves. Right back. Nelson Semedo. I always make the mistake and say Ruben Semedo. Ruben Semedo can also make this team. Maybe it's because of disciplinary reasons why they're not picking Ruben Semedo, but I think Ruben Semedo could make this team. He's the one with the dreadlocks. But João Cancelo played, which is good. Good to see. Hope he, did not get any, injuries. Bernardo Silva as well. He played as well. He's one of the best players in Europe. Man City player there. João Felix, as I said, started. Bruno Fernandes, man. Man City should have tried to get this guy. This guy is good. This guy is good. It's going to be interesting to see where he goes next. Seriously, he's a good player. But big win for Portugal there, man. Big win for Portugal. I expected nothing less. So Ukraine, the other team in this group, Ukraine, they didn't play. But they're doing very, very well in this group. 5 matches, 13 points. Serbia, working themselves back up, 7 points. Portugal, 8 points. Luxembourg, okay, let me do this again. Ukraine on top, 13 points. Portugal second, 8 points. Serbia third, but they do have the cushion of the Nations League. So if they don't qualify directly, they have the Nations League playoff. Luxembourg fourth with 4 points, and Lithuania at the bottom with 1 single point. So let us move on. So we're now going to be talking about the league. No, not league. What am I talking about? League. Group H matches. We have 3 more games to talk about. 3 more games. Group H. Moldova 0, Turkey 4. I think Cenk Tosun picked up a couple goals in this game. Yildirim scored and someone else. I'm not going to get into this nitty-gritty of this game. I will talk about the group, but not the game. France 3, Andorra 0. Disappointing performance. They should have smashed Andorra 7-0. Or maybe I'm not giving Andorra the respect they deserve for picking up, losing by only 3 goals. Vishal Chauhan, yes, man. I know India and Qatar draw 0-0, man. I know, man. Big result. But draws are not going to cut it for India. They're not going to cut it for India. But thank you very much for the comment. Thank you for the enthusiasm. So France 3, Andorra 0. France 3, Andorra 0. And damn, I'm so sick of being spammed. I know, right? So Coman, he scored again. Longley scored and Ben Yedder. I like that Ben Yedder scored though. Seriously, because he deserves more playing time. So, oh my God, guys, again, Griezmann had another penalty saved again. They need to take Griezmann off the penalties. So, France did hit the woodwork twice in the second. So, they could have scored 7. So, I was right, guys. They could have scored 7 goals on the day, but they only end up scoring 3. Poor Andorra. I think Andorra is actually it's a landlocked nation, but I think where is it? It's between France and Spain or somewhere there. Or is it, it's not geography class, but it's somewhere around there. I know it's somewhere around there. But this is, Andorra shouldn't be playing against France. Simple. Unless they have gone through the qualifying round and beat up some of the other small teams. They should not be playing against France. I'm still going to stand by that. But the last match in Group H, this was another big one. This was another shocker as well. Albania defeating Iceland 4-2. Like, what is going on? I was talking of Iceland the other night, and then they go back to this. So, Marcus scored in the 32nd. Then Sigurdsson equalized. Then Haisai put Albania back ahead. And then Sigthorsson equalized. So it was 2-2, poised. And then, Roshi scored in the 79 and Chikaleshi in the 83rd to give Albania a big win. They needed that boost as well. They needed that boost. So after the September matches, right now, Turkey are tapping. Turkey are tapping. Guys, I remember. I used to was I living alone those times? No, I wasn't living alone. But I was actually watching the Euro 16 qualifiers. And I could remember Selçuk Inan scoring that free kick, direct free kick. The last kick of the ball, I think that was, to put Turkey into the Euros. They were quite disappointing, but the way they made it, it was dramatic. But it seems like they don't want to go through that again. They don't want to go through that again. They're currently 15 freaking points. 15 points. They did beat France too. They did beat France, which is, making a statement here. They're making a big, big statement. They defeated France 2-0, and that's what has them on top of this group. They still have 4 more games. I think they have to play France again. So they have a lot of work left to do. They have a lot of work. They play Albania next. Then they play France on the road. They play Iceland again. And they play Andorra. So they should pick up 3 points against Andorra. They should pick up 3 points against Andorra, surely, and move up to 18 points. Iceland, I think Turkey and France are going to go through here. I think it's going to be Turkey and France. I think it's going to be Turkey and France going through from this group. Iceland third, 12 points. Albania fourth, 9 points. Iceland may get the cushion of the Nations League as well. So that just rounds off the Euro qualifying. I went through all the groups. I don't need to go back over them again. So let us just take a look at the playoffs, Euro 2020 playoffs, and how it shapes up right now. Let's just take a look. Oh man, I think I got cut off there, but I'm still here. Sorry for that, guys. But let's take a look at the current playoff, how it looks. So it has changed up a bit, guys. It has changed up. Path D. Yeah, it randomly cut off, but it came back on. Thank God. But right now, the playoffs in League D, it looks like this. Georgia, North Macedonia, Kosovo, and Belarus. So the way how this goes, I think that 2 teams play against each other, and then the winners come again, and then the winner, like semifinals and then finals, basically. That's the way it is. I think that's the way it is. So we could see Belarus play North Macedonia, Kosovo taking on Georgia. The winner of that play the winner of the other tie. Then in League C, Finland, they fell out the top 2. So they have the cushion now. Norway, Scotland, as I told you guys, have the cushion. And Serbia also has the cushion. League B, Bosnia, who are not doing very well, they do have the cushion for winning their group. Denmark, could you guys believe it? Denmark. Sweden as well. Sweden. And Ukraine. Well, Ukraine has the cushion, even though they are still... Oh, you know what, guys? Wait. What am I doing? Sorry about that. I got carried away there. Sorry about that. But I was just letting you guys. That was actually the group winners. Oh my God. I got carried away. That was the group winners. So I think I pulled up the wrong thing. I pulled up the wrong freaking thing. Yes. I pulled up the wrong thing. Let's go back again. Let us go back. Oh my God. And I was going on like, oh man. Let us go. Oh, you know what? Forget about that. Seriously, forget about that. Because the last time I got, like, where is my thing? I did save the thing right. Where is it? Euro 2020 qualifiers as they stand. And they updated the article and they don't have the thing. They don't have it. Seriously, What? Okay, I have it. I think I scrolled down too far. I scrolled down too far, guys. I scrolled down too far, but it's fine. It's fine. Everything is done live. Not like I could edit out the mistake. But in D, Georgia, North Macedonia, Kosovo, and Belarus, I was going fine, and I don't know why I scrolled down. I don't know how that happened, but coincidentally, those four teams won their groups, so that's why they are. That's why they are there. They won their groups, and they're currently not coming in first or second in the Euro qualifiers group. So that's why. I think I need to take a sip of my drink. I think I need a 1 second, 2 second break here. I think that's what I need. I've been streaming for 2 hours, so it's understandable. I'm not, Advenco, I'm not flustered. Believe you me, I'm not flustered. I'm not flustered. I'm used to you guys, so I'm definitely comfortable. I'm not flustered. Not flustered at all. It's important to bounce back. It's important. So 80 Boot said neat whiskey. This ain't no whiskey, bro. This is sugared water. You see the color? Brown sugar and water. This ain't no whiskey. Ain't no whiskey here. You see, it's very hard to drink sugared water. Try drinking sugared water. You see what I'm talking about. So, Scotland, Norway, Serbia, Bulgaria, Israel, or Hungary has the cushion right now. And these teams, and guys, the crazy thing about the Nations League qualifying paths is that teams who played in League C or League B could end up playing in League A in the qualifiers, because if all the League A teams qualifies for, like most of the League A teams qualify for the Euros directly, then you will have teams from League B jumping over into the League A qualifiers for the Euros, if you understand what I'm saying, because there won't be any more teams to fill it. So you have to go over to the other groups and take teams. So it could get, it could get easier. It could get even easier for the League A teams. So right now in C, as I said, Scotland, Norway, Serbia. Then it's Bulgaria / Israel / Hungary. Then Bosnia and Herzegovina, Austria, Wales. Then Bulgaria, Israel, Hungary. Again, one of the three. They could either play in B, or they could also play in A alongside Iceland, Netherlands, and Switzerland. Well, they won't want to play the Netherlands, but you guys see what I'm talking about. So that's it. That's it for the Euros. That's it for all of that. I don't want to talk about that anymore. It was really long. I should have streamed yesterday. The stream today would have been definitely shorter. So what we're going to take a look at right now, guys, is the international friendlies that were played yesterday and today. We're going to run through them real quick. Nothing too crazy. Okay, yesterday, Wales defeated Belarus 1-0. Algeria defeated Benin 1-0. Let me see if Riyad Mahrez scored. No, it was Islam Slimani. Then for Wales, guys, Daniel James on the score sheet again. So he's scoring for Man United. He's scoring for Wales, man. The man is on fire. I like him. Even though he's playing for Man United, my rival, it's like, I like him. Jordan 2, Paraguay 4. Big win for Paraguay. Did Miguel Almiron score? Yes, he did. Oscar Romero. And I think his that's not his twin. That can't be his twin. I think his twin's name is Angel Romero. So big win for friggin' Paraguay there. Musa Altamari did score. He's a really good player. I think he plays for, Musa Altamari plays for Apoel, I think. Think so. I think he plays for Apoel. But anyways, let us move on. Tunisia 1, Ivory Coast 2. We had Raja Asale of Young Boys scoring and Seko Fofana. I don't know where Seko Fofana plays. Sliti did score for Tunisia. Then we had Ukraine 2, Nigeria 2. Big results for Nigeria, man. They're picking up some good results here. Victor Osimhen. Osimhen is a very neat player. Very neat player. I think he was one of at one of these Belgian clubs, and he, like very neat young player. Roman Yaremchuk. And Zinchenko scored again, like Zinchenko. But it was a late fight back from Ukraine, though. This Ukrainian team has been showing a lot of grit. Coming back from 2-0 down to pick up a draw in a friendly, not bad at all. Then Ireland defeated Bulgaria 3-1. Ireland is on fire. Let me see who scored for them. Kevin Long, James Collins, Alan Brown. Evelyn Pafov scored for Bulgaria. He's one of the only recognizable name in this Bulgarian team. Then Morocco defeated Niger 1-0. Expected. Colombia and Venezuela played to a 0-0 draw. Then USA drew to Uruguay, which is a big result. Congratulations to the USA there. Ecuador defeated Bolivia 3-0. And I was actually talking to an Ecuadorian co-worker today. He had on a jersey, a footballing jersey. I think it said Emelec. If I can remember, it said Emelec. And he said that's the best team in Ecuador. And I was like, oh, you know about Barcelona? And he's like, Barcelona? No, I'm like, Barcelona in Ecuador. Remember there's a team, named Barcelona with like the exact same badge and everything. So that was a cool story there. But it was nice to see him wearing that football jersey. Honduras 2, Chile 1 right now. Whoa. Albert Ellis with a goal and Jonathan Toro. Whoa. Honduras, man. This could mean a lot for their Concacaf places in the Hex. Picking up a win against a higher ranked nation like Chile. Big stuff from Honduras. Hopefully for them if they hold on. Because I would actually want them not to hold on for St. Vincent to climb into the Hex. You know what I'm saying, guys? St. Vincent. You know what I mean? Argentina 4, Mexico 0, 51st minute. Brazil 0, Peru 0, currently in the 18th minute. So that's it for the friendlies today, guys. That's it for the friendlies. I will now go to the book where I will get my question because I won't be taking questions from you guys today because I have to go very soon. I have work in the morning. So, question, what is your current state of mind? Oh my God, man. Oh man. Woo! What a question. What is your current state of mind? Oh my God. Okay, you know what my current state of mind is like? It's like with life, man. Like with life, things could. It's the thing about life is things could be going so well. Like things are going so well, man. And then at any given moment, it's like something could just pop up and just railroad everything. You could just throw everything off course, and you're like, oh man, I just hate life. But then you're like, I love life because I'm alive. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but I just hate when things are going fine. You know what I'm saying? And there's like something it's just like one thing after the other, one thing after the other. And it's like whenever things come up, you knock them away. You knock them away. You'd say like, get away, like get away. You know what I'm saying? And then things go smooth again, and then there's something comes back up. It's just life, man. It's just a cycle of life. It's just how it is. It's just how it is, man. And for some of you guys who are talking about the India thing, watch the replay and you'll see what I said about India. But yeah, Advenco, my summer was going great. Then I got some terrible stomach infection called gastritis. It gave me terrible pain for 2 months. Sorry to hear about that, man. I know, but I know, man. Advenco, you gotta watch what you put in your stomach, bro. Thought about the Reggae Boys Champions League, CONCACAF Nations League. I said Champions League. Well, I think Jamaica should be winning these games in League B. With teams like Guyana, Antigua, and Barbuda, Jamaica should be winning these games. Like, I expect nothing less from Jamaica. But I like the intent that they are showing, integrating, the British-based guys in their team and all, making their team, as strong as possible going into next year's hexagonal, which I think they should stay in the hex. I like the Jamaican team. since I first, bumped into them in 1998, the World Cup, first World Cup I ever saw. I remembered players like, I only remembered a few players to be honest. It was Theodore Whitmore, Ricardo Gardner. I didn't remember the other players. So Jamaica has always been a team I like, a team I followed. Despite me not predicting them to win the Gold Cup on a few occasions, I still like the Jamaican team and wish them all the best. Yeah, but life, man, state of mind, my current state of mind right now, man, it's like, oh my God, life could be so frustrating, you know what I'm saying? But then you remember you have so many things to do. You have so many responsibilities. Like you still gotta go to work, you still have to take care of yourself, you still have to take care of your kids, still gotta pay the bills, like with the YouTube thing, you still gotta show up, you still gotta come and talk to you guys because there's sometimes I'd be like, oh man, I just need a break. Like last night, I was like, I just need a break. I'm not gonna stream. I'm human, I just need a break. I'm not gonna show up today. I just cover everything tomorrow. Even if it takes me an extra 45 minutes to do it, I just have to do it. That's just how life is, and that's just my state of mind right now. It's just hard, it's just hard to sometimes you try to stay positive, but then things happen, man. And then you go back with this negative, and then you're like, you know what, just cheer up and, like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But that's just how I feel right now. That's how I feel right now. That's how I feel right now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like with a lot of things, I'm like this. Everything is going smooth, and then like bam, something just come up and smack me in the face, and I'm like, oh my God. And then I have to work my way back to where I was before. So it's like, yeah. So 80 Booth, you got work in an hour. What kind of work do you do, man? What kind of K Block, you said we here for you. K Block, I'm not really going through anything that serious, man. I'm not going through nothing too serious that I can't handle. You're being a bit overly dramatic there. You're being a bit overly dramatic with that. I think I'm tough enough. I think I'm tough enough to deal with whatever problems I have and not to make it, seep into what I'm doing here. If I think it's gonna happen, I just stay away for a while. You know what I'm saying? You know? But you do landscape gardening. That's fun. I actually do my own gardening. I have a very small lawn, like 2 patches on each side. I cut it myself, but I can't be bothered with like the other intricate stuff. I can't. But I do my gardening myself. So please answer the question above. Thank you, Bluebird. Okay, Bluebird, what are you saying, Bluebird? Let me see. Um, what will the Caribbean nations league profit Jamaica? Oh, well, Bluebird, little do you know, and if any of you guys in here don't know, oh, I just saw something again. Sarah Roy, Qatar, your prediction was wrong. It doesn't matter if my prediction was wrong. I don't care. I don't get everything right. I can't get everything right. If India lost the game, and I want to say this to you Indians in here right now, spamming, if India lost the game, none of you guys would have shown up in the stream tonight. Let me just mention that. I did talk about the India Qatar, and I spoke about it for like 5 minutes. I did. Or 10 minutes maybe. So I won't touch on it again. You have to watch the stream replay. But it's getting late. I gotta answer this question from Bluebird right now. The Concacaf Nations League, how does it benefit Jamaica? The Concacaf Nations League has now become the most important CONCACAF tournament right now, in this time right now, because it hinges on the teams that will qualify for the 2021 Gold Cup, where the teams in League A, there's 12 teams in League A, 3 in 4 different groups. The winners and the runners-up of each of the League A groups will qualify for the 2021 Gold Cup, which leaves 8 places. Then the winners of Group B, which could be Jamaica, the League B, the 4 winners in League B will take the next 4 spots. That will make 12 teams. The remaining 4 teams that will make 16 will come from the second place teams in League B, will take on the first place teams in League C, and then the winners will then take on the third place teams in League A, and then the winners will qualify for the 2021 Gold Cup. So even if Jamaica comes in first or second, it still matters because they have to compete for that spot for the 2021 Gold Cup. There will be no Gold Cup qualifiers. There will be no automatic qualification because you came in, you were in the hex. The Nations League. The Nations League, that's it. So if Jamaica comes in third in their group, they won't qualify for the Nations League. And the Nations League is also important because you have to win your games because it will help your FIFA rankings, and the hex for the World Cup 2022 qualifiers determines on the hex. Only the teams ranked from 1 to 6 will take part in the hex next June. There ain't gonna be no qualification and then the top 6 teams in the group phase go on to the hex. No. So that's how the Concacaf Nations League is important to Jamaica and all the other nations in the CONCACAF region. So guys, that will bring you to an end of the live stream right now, 11:30. I've been streaming for 2 hours, 15 minutes. I haven't even finished my drink. I never ever do. So I am not going to answer any more questions. Ankit B is asking questions. Favorite club to watch growing up for you? I never watched club football growing up. I only started watching club football the other day, to be completely honest. I ain't gotta lie. I never had cable TV growing up, and when I was living with my dad, all he had subscriptions for was cricket, and I was never really into watching club football. I used to watch World Cup. World Cup. So I love the Brazilian. I love watching Brazilian team growing up. And French team, the Zidane from 98, 2002, and then 2006. So those are some of my fondest memories growing up watching football. But I didn't watch club football. It's completely honest. So when I go back in time, I'm not that good when you talk about the legends of the 90s and the 2000s. Ain't that good at that. So guys. Oh, 80 Boot said I hate Steve Smith. Guys, man, 80 Booth, Steve Smith has been amazing throughout the Ashes. Look at the disparity between the runs he scored and the runs everyone else scored in Australian team and in England team. It's just ridiculous. And someone did mention on Facebook today that Steve Smith's, his record is better than Virat Kohli's record. Virat Kohli played 13 more innings and Steve Smith has more runs. It's amazing how he bounced back from that whole dilemma with the ball tampering. He was the captain and all. Steve Smith, man, good stuff. Good stuff. I know we're talking about football, but a little cricket there. I do follow cricket as well. But guys, from the boy Dominic Rich, I'd like to say thanks to everyone who has joined the stream and who has watched the stream. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. For those of you guys who are watching the replay and watch the whole thing, if you watch it in segments or you watch the whole thing, thank you very much, guys. I will be back. I want to do the English Premier League recap like this. And I also want to do something a little better for you guys. I want us, after we talk about the English Premier League, we're going to talk about a lot of other leagues in Europe. What about that? We're going to talk about Serie A, Liga, La Liga, Bundesliga, whatever league you guys want to talk about, we will do that. So great things to come in the future, guys. So until next time, peace out. Let's score. I'm trying to press the end button right now.